Welcome to Bad Wrench Automotive. Okay guys, so today we're going to be covering our mass airflow sensor on our Pontiac GTO. We need to cover this because we're already having issues with this car. We had white plugs, meaning that these spark plugs were getting hot. Usually hot means too much air, not enough fuel. Well, this can all come from a bad mass airflow sensor, vacuum leaks. There's many different combinations. So we're trying to fix all these problems before this car goes to the dyno so we know what we have. We need to know that this engine's good, and the only way we're going to know that is to be able to push it on the dyno. But having a bad mass airflow sensor or a dirty one can really affect the performance, the fuel mileage, and everything else with your car. So let's cover what we need to do to clean this mass airflow sensor and what we use to clean it. There's also a mod you're going to do in the process of cleaning this that will actually allow the mass airflow sensor to allow air through the sensor faster. So let's go ahead and take a look at the cleaning, and then we'll talk about the mod. So first, you're going to need mass airflow sensor cleaner. Do not use carburetor cleaner, throttle body cleaner, or brake cleaner. You will destroy the sensor. So what is important to know is inside here there's a filament between these posts. Do not touch these posts. Do not touch the filament. You will need to remove a screen, and that screen is right here on mine. Inside here, this screen will be pressed in. What you'll need to do is work your screwdriver around the bottom, open this up halfway across, and this screen will pop forward. You can then get behind it and pull this screen out. With the screen out, you'll be able to clean these filaments. These all have to be clean. Now, unfortunately, this one I accidentally dropped when I was trying to take it off of the tube. When I tried to take it off the tube, it fell and it smashed the sensor on the ground. We're already having fueling issues. This could be some of our problem. And even though I dropped it, we're not going to put this back in. I'm going to put a brand new one back in it, and I'm going to do the mod right away before I put the new one in. So, that being said, once you've done all this and you've got it cleaned and put back on, you're going to want to make sure that your connections are tight. So, where it matters is this is what meters the air going into the engine. After this point, it uses this measurement for the rest of the engine, meaning that you cannot have vacuum leaks and you cannot have air that gets sucked in after this sensor. This clamp has to be tight. This clamp has to be tight. This cannot have vacuum leaks, meaning you can't have a vacuum leak here or around this seal or on any of these hoses. These must be tight. If they're loose, make sure you replace these while you're doing this part. Because any vacuum leaks here, it's pulling the air in to the manifold and it isn't metered, so it's giving you the wrong fuel. It's not giving you enough fuel, and it's going to run hotter in the cylinder. You do not want that. You can get a situation called pinging. That pinging can actually destroy a motor. It can blow a hole in pistons and do a lot of damage, guys. I'll be covering the throttle body cleaning in the next video. But this is all that we need to know for this. There is 2 electrical connections that you will need to remove. One is here. There's a little pull tab that you lift up and push the clip this way to remove it. You have another one here underneath that you'll lift the tab and push it that way, away from the tube. That connects these 2 sensors. So this one's your mass airflow. This one is your inlet air temp. This judges the temperature of the air going in. This is why they say sometimes warm air intakes don't give you more power, because it reads a higher temperature of air going into the engine. So why does this matter? Guys, this matters because air temperature really does matter when it comes to performance and horsepower. If the air temp is 10 degrees warmer than it's supposed to be, it's going to give less fuel to the engine because it doesn't need it. If you can compress that air, this is why turbos and superchargers work so well, you can actually add more fuel and get a bigger reaction in the engine, generating more power. So compressed air will work better on an engine than non-compressed air. But there is a reliability factor of running turbos and superchargers. Over time, the engine takes more abuse from that supercharger and that turbo that it will ultimately cost you to have to redo the engine. That sometimes is a long-term process. Sometimes it happens really quickly. Drag cars, they tear them down at every round, meaning that every time they run down, they tear them apart and rebuild them because they're pushing so much air in them that it does damage to the engine. This can happen on street cars that you modify. So just know that when you go to modify cars, you need to know what you're doing and you need to be able to look at all the sensor data. This is one of the biggest sensors that you will need to have working properly. If you question this sensor for any reason, replace it. It isn't cheap. It's usually about $120, but it's worth replacing to know that you're getting the right measurement going in to the engine. We don't want to burn another set of plugs on this car, guys. If you guys are liking the GTO content, make sure you guys smash that like button and hit the subscribe button. Also, ring that notification bell so you get notified when I drop new videos. And as always, guys, thank you for all your support.